Alright, so a few days ago I watched like a really good documentary for anybody that wants to get healthier, maybe lose weight, you have like nutrition goals or some stuff like that. It's called Hungry for Change. It's on Netflix, watch it now, that's where I watched it. So if you're interested in that stuff, I encourage you to maybe borrow a friend's Netflix or watch it yourself, okay? Anyway, it was kind of exactly what I needed to watch because, well, I did make it a New Year's resolution to keep losing weight. I lost some weight last year following a paleo diet, a more natural eating plan with like no processed foods, and then I did keto for a few months, which was that basically, except much lower carbohydrates to kind of jumpstart a weight loss. But what I liked about the documentary was, well, most of it was kind of preaching to the choir to me because a lot of it was about how processed foods and sugar products and all that crap, how terrible it is for you, which I kind of, I already knew. But then the documentary goes deeper, and it's like, the very extremely smart people that kind of take it upon themselves to do a bunch of research and find out what's the best way to eat for me and what can I do to be healthy and lose weight. They go ahead and they educate themselves and they know how terrible these foods are, yet these very intelligent people keep kind of going back to their eating habits. And actually that was me. I was healthy as crap for a lot of last year, lost a bunch of weight, but then Thanksgiving goes around and then I decide to go ahead and eat whatever the hell crap was around, even though I knew how it was nutritionless for me, and I knew how it kind of just goes against everything that I've done. It's like I know these things mentally, yet at the time, I keep frigging up. And one of the things I really liked about the documentary is they kind of go into why this happens. Why do these very intelligent people just sabotage themselves? And I think a lot of it has to do with people lose sight of why it is they have these goals. Then after time, the goals just become so generalized that you start to become more lax about reaching these goals. For example, in my case, my general goal, I want to lose more weight before I move to California later this year, which I do intend to do. Which is, I think that's a great goal, but like, that's so general. How much weight? And then once you're like way general about things and don't put dates and numbers to these goals of yours, then it just becomes a part of the maybe someday category. Maybe someday when I move to California, I'll maybe someday lose weight. That's ridiculous. How are you ever gonna get anything done? I also had to gently remind myself that my dietary changes that I made, when I first made these changes, a lot of it wasn't even have to do with weight. Like, yes, I would like to lose weight and I have weight to lose, but I had other things I wanted to do with that change in diet. I had done my own research and I've learned about how bad certain foods can be for certain diseases. Yeah, you just read about how terrible like gluten and sugar and all that crap is. So why did I think it was okay to have Christmas cookies for breakfast some days last month? This is what I'm talking about. I lost sight of why I was doing these things. And I think, a lot of us that want to lose weight are guilty of this kind of thinking. They have the wrong thing motivating them. For example, your goal is, okay, I have a pair of jeans I would really like to fit into. Okay, listen, that might take weeks or months of having to over and over again choose a healthy food over a bad food that's conveniently already around. For example, I went upstairs to make myself a giant salad like this. Oh, you have no idea. It was like 3 times as big when I made this. I've been eating like these super healthy salads, and it's like really filling. I have one of these and I don't feel like eating anything else for like the rest of the night. It's great. I went upstairs and, okay, there's a half a dozen of Dunkin' Donuts donuts up there, and half of a leftover birthday cake, because it was my sister's birthday yesterday. So I'm like putting together a salad like this while all that is around. And the thing is, in the beginning, it's kind of easy to say no to something like that, but over time, things wear on you, and you really should have a much bigger and a much more important goal than those stupid jeans laying around. I'm telling you, it's not easy. So for me, it was all the friggin' research that I did about how much healthier it is eating stuff like this than donuts, specifically for disease treatment or prevention. So okay, maybe next time I see donuts, the whole jeans thing won't be enough. Which, don't get me wrong, I'm not hating. I have my own jeans I want to fit into, okay? But I also don't want to get diabetes. That's a huge motivator. And if you know these things and it's still not enough for you, the chick from Crazy Sexy Cancer, she points out, but what else is it maybe that's eating at you? Because a lot of times there's like mental friggin' reasons why you're sabotaging your goals so you keep yourself fat. You know, ask yourself, what the hell happened to you when you started gaining weight? I was thinking, okay, maybe when I was a child I was never held at knife point, but I was teased, like a lot, like really bad. And on top of that, I was also really smart. But because I hated all the attention I got because I was being made fun of, I started just hating any kind of attention, you know? Like I didn't want to... Like I remember sometimes when the teacher was like, hey, who knows the answer to this? And I would know the answer, but I didn't want to raise my hand because I didn't want to draw more attention to myself. So there I am already, like what was I, like 8 years old, learning to hold myself back because I didn't want to, you know what I mean? The point is that when you embark on your I want to be healthier journey, but you're gonna have a lot of stuff working against you. You know, the most highly processed and horrible things that you could possibly eat being only $1 on the dollar menu. And if you have yourself as an enemy working against you, then you're screwed. Listen, if you're interested in bettering yourself like this, if you want to lose weight, if you've been trying to lose weight, just watch the documentary, okay? Bye.